Unfortunately, it's not looking. Let me be frank. I think he knows more than he's letting on. I think it's a shame. He's worried about it affecting his reputation negatively. I'm more concerned about the Mandala school as a whole than one specific person's career. So, no, I'm going to need to look into him a bit more.
Roll charisma.
This is where things get risky. Oh, wow. That would have been a 10. Should have been a 10.
Alright. He looks at you and just says, "You can investigate, but I'm going to be looking. I'm going to have to be looking over you the whole time."
Fair enough. And Azora, offers to shake on that.
Yeah. He offers a hand and just says, "Now, if I tell you that you're looking someplace that you're touching something you shouldn't, or you're looking into something you shouldn't, you will drop it."
Azora sort of, tentatively, okay.
Right.
I'll ask questions, but...
You ask for permission before you open any drawers or doors or look at files.
Anyway, so yeah, Azora's gonna go and... What does he have on his desk?
Alright, so let's see here. And Axe is also in the administration building. What's he doing?
Axe isn't doing too much, actually. He's trying to sit on the way too small chairs.
Yeah.
Just, oof.
Okay, so,
Axe is just waiting for his friends
right.
to actually... Because they're clearly the ones that are in the investigating
You can try investigating. Just investigate in an Axe way.
Oh, that's true. You know...
I didn't come earlier.
Axe... So, he's in the administration. Where exactly in the administration is he?
The foyer with Pierce.
Neo, I'm going to say this, even though it's distracting. The way you say foyer, it sounds like a Northern Irish accent saying fire.
Foyer.
It's really distracting.
Foyer.
The foyer. That's not a Northern Irish accent. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah.
Foyer.
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 It's more Aussie than... Closer to, like, a weird Aussie accent.
Watch out the fire. We need it for a Barbie.
Yeah, you're in the foyer with Pierce.
Well, Axe can't be standing here doing nothing. Axe has to do something.
Alright.
But Axe has no idea why. Also, he says this out loud.
Right, Pierce looks at you. Oh, why don't you do something, big guy?
Hey, Axe resembles that.
You sure do.
You know, Axe... So, what are the other rooms this foyer leads to?
Well, so there are the stairs up to the second floor, and then, further into the building beyond the foyer. There's some sleeping quarters and as well as bathrooms.
Axe gonna look at the sleeping quarters.
Alright.
Like he's gonna go there. Is he gonna be stopped?
No.
No, he just walks in.
Yeah.
He looks
in. Pierce just calls after you. Just says, "Make sure you don't mess up my bed."
Oh, don't worry. Which is your bed?
Left room.
Okay. Axe won't mess it up. Axe walks into his room.
Alright.
You know, Axe wanna try his bed.
Wow.
He's gonna jump on that bed.
Jump on the bed?
Yeah, just do a jump and a slam.
Under the bed Pierce said was his?
Yes.
Alright, roll dex.
What a hero.
I never said Axe was a hero.
What a hero.
He's more... Where the fuck is he? Supposed to be here. Oh wait. Oh no. Whoops. Stick.
You break
Oh
it in
my-
half.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, you jump on it and it just fucking breaks in half loudly.
Pierce is the one who's going to die tonight because he's in the dorms now.
Oh.
So okay. So up in Veritas's office.
I just want to quickly say, after that breaks, Axe just quickly scurries out the
Yeah.
room.
You hear a loud crashing noise, Azora, followed by a "What the fuck" from Pierce.
When I said investigate in a way that Axe can,
I mean, if Axe was investigating the beds.
I see.
Sounds like Azora just says to Beastmaster guy. Sounds like Veritas was a little more angry than we thought.
Wait. He left the building.
He blew up the side of it.
Was that? What the hell was that? Yeah, he yells down. What the hell was that?
Axe just shouts, "Nothing!"
Says, "Motherfucker broke my bed."
What? Someone broke your bed? How
I
horrible.
think that should be a charisma roll from Axe to see if he leaves me alone to go investigate the crash.
Yeah. Well, Neo, is it?
Sure, roll charisma. That's Dex, not charisma.
Oh, whoops. Well, Axe does a really splendid handstand, but nobody sees it.
It's like in that fucking scene in Emperor's New Groove, like point number 3. I can do this. No.
I don't get. No way. Yeah, point.
Alright, he says, alright, I gotta look. Alright, come with me. We're gonna look at this first.
You want me out of here as soon as possible, right?
What?
You want me out of here as soon... Look, this is just dragging stuff out if you're gonna have to drag me along with you on all these investigations.
I don't want you out of here as soon as possible. I just want you out of here without, doing things you're not supposed to. Like breaking beds in half.
What a very highly specific example.
Look, frankly, lives are at stake, and I don't have a lot of time to be doing this. Leave me to my devices here, or go investigate that. It's up to you.
Alright, roll charisma.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Alright,
I felt that coming.
I'm staying with you.
Suit yourself.
Oh, that just means Axe is going to destroy so much of this fucking building. It's like the second floor is going to collapse on the first. When Axe is done, he's just, I don't know, destroyed every load-bearing wall downstairs somehow. While Pierce just follows around going, what the fuck? I can't sleep in here. There's no floor.
Okay, so Azora, on Veritas's desk, there is yellow parchment, a quill and ink, and the drawers are all locked.
Anything, like, written on that parchment?
It looks like it's been written on, but erased.
Erased? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Erased how?
Like the ink was sort of, like scraped off.
I see. How much parchment is there?
Just, a few pages.
Might come back to that. Azora sort of makes a mental note of that. Then just gonna do some general investigating of the general state of the room.
Right.
Like doing at things. Good old, just Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Nope. Well, nothing there. I guess we're going back to this parchment right away.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I have a +1 wisdom.
This whole school is gonna die because we
Yeah.
can't make wisdom checks.
Azora is about to grab the quill, and then do you mind if I write something down?
I don't see why not.
Alright, Azora just has a little hunch here. She's gonna grab the quill, and then on one of the pieces of parchment, she's going to write hello. And see if anything happens.
Right. Well, nothing happens.
Okay. Give that a bit of time. And if nothing happens, then yeah, she'll just try it.
Alright, so after a bit of time, the Beastmaster just says, "Hi." Hi.
Trick I saw once.
The trick?
Magic paper.
Magic
Just
paper.
worth testing. Well, that 5 on wisdom kind of fucked me, didn't it? What else is in his office?
Let's see. Well, locked drawers in the desk. There's a there's a wardrobe. A full body mirror. And a walk-in closet.
Let's look in that closet.
All right. In the closet, you see a bunch of knickknacks. What look to be sort of dusty and what look sort of like antique objects, as well as some old-looking swords and shields.
I see. Just anything like immediate. Well, I mean, I guess just sort of. Can I roll a different discern realities in here?
Sure.
Alright. Nope.
No.
Jesus Christ! Why?
I mean, you could spout lore on some of the stuff you
sure.
want.
I can do. Yeah, I can spout more.
Alright.
Even
There
though I
you
have
go.
4 more points of wisdom than I do intelligence.
So, the
Even
weapon.
though wisdom's one of my good stats.
So, the dusty weapons and antiques, those are all from Lyria, his homeland. And specifically, they bring to mind, and specifically, you recognize some of the emblems and writings on them when you were researching Lyria yourself in the library, as being from a specific clan. One of the ones that was actually absorbed by a larger clan.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah. It's from one of the clans that the history said was absorbed by the largest clan of Lyria, which was primarily focused on summoning magic for their warlord battles, their warlords and their chieftains.
When did this happen? That, the large clan absorbed the small one.
That would have happened about 4 to 5 years ago.
Gotcha. Summoning magic, eh? Interesting.
Yeah, the summoning magic clan absorbed the clan. That was the clan that absorbed the clan that is has their symbols on these antiques.
What was the specialty of the one that has the symbols there?
Their magic was very much focused on imbuing magic into weapons.
I see. Now, this might be, I don't know if I would really be able to get this, especially with that 3 there, but do these look more like war trophies or more like, more personal type?
They seem more personal.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We learned his tribe were a bunch of losers, and they lost the culture war in Lyria. That's why he's here.
So he's not even that good. He just got kicked out and now has a big game going.
Yeah.
All right.
The upper council, Azora does ask Beastmaster Guy, does he have a name?
We have not stated a name for him.
Sorry, what was your name? Azora does ask him.
I'm Yanni.
Yanni. The upper council, is there any way you think I could request an audience with them without going through Veritas?
Without going through Veritas, you'd need approval from 3 separate course instructors.
Let's see. Are you a course instructor?
I
by
am.
the way?
Beastmaster one. Yep.
Mhm.
Actually, speaking of course instructors and the High Council room, Asher went in there a few hours ago. He hasn't been out since.
Well, shit, that shoots me in the foot because that's who I was going to go and talk to next.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's an excuse to try and get in the High Council room. Oh, sorry, just looking for Asher.
Yeah, it's like, oh, never mind me, guys. Looking for Asher and you know, the shitter. But never mind Veritas right now.
Alright, so anything else you're doing, Azora?
I don't think so, really. I think Azora is going to talk to the Beastmaster Common a bit and, you know, just like on the state of Veritas. He's the proud man, but a weak one.
What makes you say that?
All these artifacts and whatnot, you know, his tribe was clearly sort of obliterated and he fled, absorbed into a larger, more powerful clan, and now he's going out of his way to try and, I mean, as I understand talking to him, he came here and to Mandela and made a deal with the higher council, higher ups at Mandela to, you know, integrate his own style and his own sort of cultural teachings and magic and whatnot into the Mandela style to teach here. But clearly it's not going too well.
Well, just because his tribe lost doesn't mean it was weak. Just means there was another tribe that was stronger.
Azora sort of shrugs.
That's the standard M character move, isn't it?
Yeah,
Shrug.
no.
Yeah,
But like Azora sort of goes on.
like the
My point
shrug.
is he didn't accept defeat. Oh, Grace, and he's trying to reassert his training. And I mean, look around. It's not people. Students are dying, regardless of what the exact cause of it is. And he's not happy about it, and he's just getting defensive and digging his heels in, and things are just getting worse.
Yeah, the Beastmaster looks at you and just says, "This your way of convincing me to vouch for you to the High Council?"
Not at the moment.
Right. Well,
Don't have enough to go with.
you wanna go and see what the fuck your compatriot did down there?
Sure.
Yeah. So when they go down to the foyer, Axe, I'm assuming is just on the. I'm assuming Axe is just in the middle of the foyer, looking down at the floor like a dog who knows it's done something wrong and is about to be scolded.
Actually, Axe is trying. He's trying to sit on the chair and he pulled up a book.
Trying to hide in the book. Yeah,
It's
Pierce
like, yeah.
is crossed armed, looking at you, glaring at you.
Yes, yes. Oh, hello there. I was just reading.
Why did you break a bed?
Axe did no such thing.
They just stare at you, both Beastmaster and Pierce,
And Azora.
Yanni and yeah.
Axe did not break bed. Bed broke under Axe. Yes. It clearly
Yeah,
would
have
have
time for
broken.
this. And Azora just like turns and walks away from this situation. Yanni can, yeah. Axe and Yanni, y'all can sort this out between the two of you.
Please leave the administration building, Axe.
Fine. Axe didn't like it here anyway.
Okay, so let's go to Aegis. Aegis, you were outside the administration building, right? Just sort of.
Yeah, I left and I had a thing. I was gonna go and find Ashabai, but with that failing.
Yeah, but you would have seen Veritas storm out.
Yeah, and I probably would have heard some of the shouting as well.
Yeah.
Which,
so
let's say that brings me back towards the door. I'm like standing around outside, just realizing, okay, turns out Azora rubbed him the same way I did.
Yeah. And when you saw Veritas storm out, he didn't even acknowledge you. Like, you're not sure he even saw you, but he was storming towards the library.
Yeah, Aegis is gonna follow him, keeping some distance,
Right.
but following behind.
Gotcha. Alright, so I want you to roll. I guess roll Dex?
Okie dokie.
Keeping distance? Yeah. You're keeping your distance just fine. You are not in his field of view. You're not in his peripheral.
Question is, was it him alone or was
It was him
Marnix
alone.
Okay. Still no sign of Marnix then. That's yeah, okay. I'm keeping my distance, following him to the library.
Alright.
I have a feeling I know what he's going there for.
Yeah, he walks into the library and tells all the students inside to get out. Which they all promptly do file out.
I do not file out.
Alright, so you're sort of out of view, but in the library then.
Yeah.
Spying on. Alright,
I'm
cool.
probably like behind a bookshelf or something, like round the corner, just peeking out, keeping an eye on him.
So yeah, he looks to the librarian and in a very, as deep and guttural a voice as he can muster, just says, "Enian." And the librarian looks at him, sort of, sort of defiant in his eyes, but also sort of resigned and sort of a little bit afraid. And he says, "It's come to my knowledge that you allowed an outsider to read a book on Mandela history without any other instructor's approval, let alone my own." And Enian sort of shrinks in place and just says, "Just helping with the investigation, sir." And Veritas slams a fist down on the desk and just says, I don't care if the camp is on fire. You do not break protocol without my express permission." And Enian looks away and says, "I'm sorry, sir, it won't happen again." And Veritas leans in and says, "You're right, it won't. You're right, it won't. Because I'm going to see to it that you face a full expulsion from Mandela."
Dun 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 dun.
And Enian looks up, like, distraught and afraid. Like, saying, "Sir, you can't, that's not... That's going too far." And then Veritas again slams another fist down and just says, "You broke your oath to listen to the chain of command, to listen to me. You will be brought before the council. They will find you guilty, and you will have your magic sealed and your mind wiped."
Oh, gee.
Come with me to administration now. And he grabs Enian's arm, and Enian just kind of resigned, like panicking, like looking around. He locks eyes. Actually, Aegis, are you like just in
I'm
hiding?
watching. I'm kind of
Would-
like crouched around a corner watching.
All
I'm
right.
not sure if I'm visible or not. Mentally, I'm trying to decide: do I follow them to administration, or do I stay here and get all the books that could help? But I think we've got all the books that could help already in mind. So
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
probably
So
worth following him to
yeah.
administration.
Enian. Okay. So Enian doesn't lock eyes with you. Then he doesn't spot you.
yeah, I'm gonna
and-
be following these two,
He is promptly escorted out of the library.
and I'm going to follow them.
Nice. Azora and Axe, what are you doing?
Well, Axe is like, oh.
Azora's reviewing her notes, outside the administration building, and probably chastising Axe for breaking a bed.
What? It's not Axe's fault that the bed was too weak.
Why were you on a bed in the first place, Axe?
It looked nice, okay? And besides, belonged to Pierce.
Axe, I'm gonna say this is a general piece of advice. Just because something looks nice doesn't mean you should climb on top of it or them, especially at your size.
Fine.
Okay, so Veritas is approaching. Veritas and Enian are approaching the administration building. Veritas has his hand on Enian's shoulder as they're walking together. Enian sort of just looking down at the ground, but they're showing there's no sign of struggle or anything. It's and to anyone who hadn't seen the scene Aegis had seen, it would just look like they're just going to the administration building for innocuous purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he was and the librarian just let you do that, and then he stormed off angrily and is returning with the librarian. I feel like
Yeah, but Azora
could probably put.
Yes. Wow. Never give your characters any brain damage. The GM can railroad you with it later.
So yeah, Veritas escorts Enian into the administration building.
Does he?
And
if
you
I,
see, you see Aegis crouch walking by.
Yeah, Aegis is looking up, making sure. Okay, it still says hidden.
Yep. Still, the eye is still dark.
Looking at Veritas does he avoid eye contact?
Yeah,
does he,
he's looking straight forward.
Which makes my job easier.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, when I do come in, I do break off for a moment to go to Azora and say, because I left the library behind them, so it's definitely not locked. I tell her the library's, totally fucking open if she wants to go and grab any hard material evidence. It's fucking there right now. But yeah, then
I think Azora will just, comment. So this is a bit risky, but just instilling some more discipline in the ranks, are we?
Yeah, he just speeds up, walks he walks harder.
I'm following them still. I had to break off to say that to Azora and then come back, but
He just circle around back to crouch walk and hidden.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like it. I am like an Oblivion NPC who's crouching down, just get up, sprint over, deliver that line face to face, and then just immediately crouch and just stop.
So if you're following inside, this is going to be another check, I feel.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll dex.
And for the record, before I roll this, Aegis isn't actually crouch walking. He's trying to be conspicuous, but keep distance and all that. Alright. So let's go.
Bro. Yeah, he's when they swing the door open, you manage to slip in. Pierce and the Beastmaster are currently looking over the damage in the bedroom, so they're not in the foyer. Which means you're staying out of the peripheral vision of Veritas, and there's no one else to spot you as you slip in.
See, Axe did something good. He gave a distraction.
So you
Distraction
follow
by
Veritas
distraction.
and Enion up the stairs.
Mhm.
They're walking towards the end of the hall, and Veritas places a hand on a door, which glows and then slowly opens up. And he walks in with Enion, and there's a little bit of like commotion before Asher is sort of walks out of the doors as they close behind him.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna catch Asher by on the way out.
Yeah,
As he leaves there.
Yeah, Asher like looks kind of shaken and nervous as he walks down the hall.
I reveal myself. Asher.
Yeah, he seems surprised to see you. You Aegis? What?
Yo, good.
How did you get in here?
Followed him.
Oh,
Look, we gotta talk, and we gotta talk right now.
well, let's talk outside, shall we?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he follows you outside the administration building.
I go somewhere like secretive again. Actually, yeah, I go to the. Not sure if it's alright. I check if the library's empty, clear.
It is. Azora and Axe, you following?
Yeah.
You going
Yeah,
with? All right, cool.
All right, well, it's probably for the best that you two
Well,
are
I'm
here because
crouching.
Aegis is about to
No.
start inciting some things.
All
Yeah,
right.
Boy.
since the library's clear, yeah, I take us there to talk.
Yeah. Asher says, Veritas looked absolutely furious, and I've never seen Enion look so resigned.
He's about to have his magic sealed and his memory wiped for helping us.
Oh
No,
God.
that might be a bit. I don't know if they're doing that. They might be.
They are. He literally said. That's
Oh,
what
oh.
I overheard. Yeah.
Yeah, well, never mind.
Oh,
This is-
Not that much.
Yeah, Asher says, "Oh gods."
Look, you've brought us into a nest of vipers here. We've learned probably way more than you wanted us to, but this place, it looks like these killings are coming down from the top. Let's put it that way. As to the why, that I still don't have any inclination towards.
Axe don't care. They wiping his memory. Axe know this too well. Axe gonna destroy them because of this.
Well, hold on, big man.
No.
Hold on there. Alright, look. I've got a few requests that might be dicey for a man in your position, but you don't want any more students to die, right? That's what you brought us here
Absolutely not. I just spoke to the council. They wouldn't approve of a full wipe of Enion.
for. Well,
It's
I
just bluster.
overheard what Veritas said to him. He ordered everyone out of this library, dragged him to the administration building after saying that is exactly what would happen. Full expulsion from the Mandala Academy. Magic sealed, memory wiped. No recollection of what he did here.
That's horrible, but I'm sure it's just bluster. There's no way the council would ever. Jesus,
Look,
he's
I
really
can't speak to
spiraling.
the council. Azor speaks up, but Veritas, he's not only has he been blocking this investigation, he's sealing the bodies so they can't be investigated. He's working with the musician. I'm almost certain it has something to do with
Working
the
with
musician-
who?
The musicians and the ceremony. I think that's where how the actual magic is being done to cause this happening.
Alright, look,
But-
Asher, I trust you quite a lot, so I'm going to say something that we were sworn to secrecy on. But the doctor put it so that highest odds are the magic that kills them, that's killing the students, gets into them shortly before bedtime. shortly before lights out. I think it's the end of day performance by the musicians.
Huh. And the doctor. What else did the doctor say?
That the autopsies are the ceiling is being rushed, so that he can't do a proper investigation on the bodies.
He's like racking his head and is like, God damn it, it lines up. Oh god.
Even Axe could see this.
And while it's something Azora brought to my attention that may just be a superstition, but she knows people in authority when she sees them, Veritas is beneath those musicians, and those musicians... how did you put it, Azora? They're above the council?
I don't know about above. I just know that they
have some
they have control in the situation.
If Argon and Volseta are involved, then oh dear God, that explains.
It's a Hail Mary shot, but
they were brought here. They were brought here as observers to make sure that Mandela culture was being observed and upheld. It's up to, they're the ones who give reports on the goings-ons here back to the main island.
Well, then they're in a perfect position to say how the students have been dying and not put too much attention to it.
For all we know, the island might not even know that they're dying at all.
I've got a Hail Mary shot idea for tonight, and I need your help on it, Asher. Because we don't have any hard evidence of this yet. We just have everything that we've seen pointing this way, but nothing that's concrete. Is there any way that you can, I don't know, without them noticing, stop their magic while they perform tonight? See if that stops the suicide from occurring? If we can just silence them, if we can just either let the performance go ahead without them actually doing their magic and not realizing it, or if we can sabotage it somehow, we might be able to save a life tonight and basically confirm a suspicion.
Well, we'd have to. I'd have to be able to get at their instruments without them noticing. Which
hey, Axe, you think you can run
hard order?
We can run a distraction.
Oh, Axe can run distraction.
For the musicians, though? I mean, not that I have any doubt in your distracting capabilities, but to specifically distract those two seems a lot more difficult.
Well, what other option do we have if we have to be able to distract them from the musicians? Actually, why does it have to be their instruments? Can't their magic be halted at the source without them noticing?
They have their magical capabilities are far beyond mine. I don't know that I could counter magic. I could counter hex them effectively.
All right.
Azora just sort of sighed, and like her hand has been like visibly twitching this whole time, and she just says, "Look, let me be very clear. We don't have conclusive proof, and we don't know for a fact any of this, but my judgment may not be the best. It's been a while since I've had a proper fight, and I get antsy when I don't, but if we can stop another student dying tonight by any means necessary, I want to do it."
Yeah. Look, this isn't even about the money anymore. To me, this is fucked.
I don't get, but I don't understand why.
Yeah, neither do I.
Volseta and Argon.
I haven't the slightest idea what their motivations could be. And that's why I'm more reluctant that if it was just Veritas, frankly, I would go after him tonight. But those two, I'm not going to, can't just attack them with the amount of information we have now.
we
But
can't attack.
Right.
We wouldn't attack Veritas either. We'd have the whole camp turn on us in an instant. We wouldn't walk out of here alive. Probably a few more dead students before we were done.
Azora sort of makes a if sort of like face, but doesn't say anything to that.
So what do we do?
I still think we should try and sabotage the performance tonight, or we can try and storm the administration, and not violently, but I want to try and force whoever's leading this to make a mistake. And I think a student surviving tonight, while I don't want to take that shot, that might be the one that would put some panic in them.
Right.
Or we could storm the meeting they're having right now and raise some hell, put them on the back foot.
The council, when I spoke to them, they seemed off.
Off how?
Like, they were slow to respond. Almost as though they were half asleep.
I think
And
they're charmed somehow.
they spoke to
Sounds that way.
they spoke to each other in the old Mandela language, which I, as opposed to plain common, which unfortunately I don't speak old Mandela.
Kind of doubt Veritas would charm them to go that way unless he knew it either, but could just be making a judgment call on that one that doesn't.
Veritas, I know for certain, does not speak old Mandela.
Alright. It's only step one of the plan, but I kind of want to throw it in here. I want to get those instruments. I want to get the instruments wrecked. I want to make sure, or sabotaged, not just destroyed, you know. Maybe.
Do you think it's possible, since it really isn't Veritas? That honestly makes me question it. Maybe it really is just these two musicians that are in control of the situation. It's possible they could be influencing Veritas, and he just is too proud and arrogant to realize it.
That's very likely, actually. Though Veritas might just... Well, he's not talking slow, I'll say that. I think he's just too stubborn to realize when something's up. But he could be charmed. It's really the same result either way for them.
Or I still think it's very possible he could be just willingly working with them. One last thing I would consider trying, and this isn't, this would be in addition to sabotaging instruments. If I can confront Veritas one more time, tell him theory about the musicians, that it's them, and that they have, I don't know if it would be better to or to not. Yeah, gauge his reaction, and possibly tell him that, we think they have influence on the council too. That, well, I guess we could play by ear or whatever you think is best, but
No,
I think that would be worth
that's
trying.
Wise, but I kind of want to... I do want to sabotage their instruments, if only because if everything else fails, we can confirm it.
As do I.
So, what I'm thinking...
Let's go to this. Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, let's go find those musicians, and I'm bringing, may I ask Asher to come along, but to keep his distance? Like, I'm kind of appointing Asher as the one to do the sabotage. I'm not, like, give him a pair of wire clippers or something to, do a bit of, something that's innocuous yet hard to fix to the instruments.
Right.
Should Azora go with him, maybe, or...
I think I'm going to need Axe on this one, because Axe has proven, if nothing else, great at distraction. But I'm also
So should Azora go with Sabotage Guy while you two run Distraction?
Yeah.
Hello.
It's also Corn. Could potentially...
First, you'll need to find them.
Yeah.
So, roll Wisdom.
Can anyone aid or I'll aid.
Wouldn't that be Axe?
Yeah, no,
Who's
I
got
can
the
aid.
highest wisdom?
Well, I have the highest wisdom, but
My wisdom is 12, actually.
Oh, no. Well, no, I do have the highest wisdom.
I mean, I've just got a flat 0, so I'm going to assist whoever's
Yeah,
making
I
a
have a
wisdom
plus
check
1.
to find the musicians.
Yeah, help me then.
Okay. Yeah, see how many bonds we have at this point. Okay, I've
Because
got
Lord
two. I
knows
got
I
two.
need it with my wisdom. rolls.
Oh no, I just read my
Nice.
8th bond. I'm sad.
A
Oh,
9.
well.
All right. So, looking around, you don't find the instruments or any of that, but you find Argon alone, without Volseta nearby. He's just kind of just sitting at a table by himself, sort of looking into the
Sad?
distance outside.
Is he crying, Neo?
No, he's just
Oh.
looking into the distance.
Alright, Aegis walks over to the table he sat and sits across from him. And it's just kind of like, look,
Yeah.
and asks, funny the way she was talking for you earlier. Didn't think you'd spend any time apart from her.
He looks at you and with a sort of like dead-eyed like stare.
My wife is dead.
What, did you have a falling out or something?
He says, he looks at you and just says, "What do you want?"
Aegis kind of shrugs his shoulders a bit. I don't know. Conversation that isn't one-sided.
It's hard to think clearly these days, isn't it?
Okay, I'm thinking Falset is running this guy as well.
Hard to know hard to know who to trust, right?
Okay, Aegis kind of cocks his eye at that. Yeah, I'd say so. We kind of been brought here on a murder investigation, so we kind of had to walk into it with the whole idea of trusting nobody. Don't take it personally.
I don't mean here, I mean the world right now. The country. What's going on?
You're kind of insulated from it though, aren't you? You're sitting in a camp full of some of the greatest fighters this world might ever know, with no strict allegiance to anyone.
Yeah. I am now. He looks at you and just says, "You have a family?"
She's, I have a mother. She's, what, thousands, hundreds, yeah, however far away. Feels like hundreds of thousands of miles away. She's safe. She ran away from war, conflict. Dragged me away from it as well. I ran right back in.
You don't know that, do you? You have some kind of way of contacting her?
No.
Any way to check up on her? She could be dead in a ditch right now and you wouldn't know.
You got a really romantic way of seeing the world for a musician.
Music doesn't lie.
But
It's the only way.
And people make music. So, where does that leave us?
It leaves us with the people we can talk to. And the people we can trust.
Do you trust Full
And
Saturn?
to me, I always trust family.
She what? Sister, wife, mother,
Sister.
daughter, what?
She's my sister. The only family that I've known for the past 20 years.
So I got a question for you. Aegis looks around, and we can't see Falsetta from here, can we?
No.
Alright, Aegis leans close to him and says, "How do you know she's not dead in a ditch right now?"
We have a connection. If something happened to her, I'd know.
So what, if I pinched you right now, would she feel it?
Something like that.
Aegis does just that. He like reaches over and pinches him.
Yeah, like he barely reacts.
She got all the emotion in the family, didn't she? She seemed quite passionate. You just seem irritable. I don't even know where this conversation is going. Aegis is just starting having this really fucking weird conversation with this guy.
She knows the world better than I do.
How's that? The way she tells it, you two have been working with Mandala for 15 years. Where'd she get all the information you didn't?
Talking to people. Bearing them.
Meanwhile, you just sat around saying you couldn't trust anybody.
No one outside the family.
I'm gonna make a discern realities roll on this guy.
Alright.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Alright, well, Aegis just looks at him and just says, asks straight up, "You're not enjoying talking to me right now, are you?"
I don't enjoy much of anything, sir.
Do you know where we can find your sister right now?
I believe she's in the storage building right now talking to Anselmo, the quartermaster.
Alright. We'll be on our way then. We'll leave you to your navel gazing, I suppose.
Hey.
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 You listened to the performance last night. What did you think of it?
I think there was a lot under the surface of that music.
If you ever get the chance, you should try to find a way to talk to your mother.
Not sure I'd have much to say.
Yeah, and he just goes back to just sort of staring in the distance.
You know what, Azora, because of the brain damage, can't really appreciate music anymore, so music magic has no effect on her. I'm declaring that, actually.
Wow.
Aegis is tone deaf, and that's why he can't destroy music magic.
Access magic.
Oh god, maybe that's what we should check. Did everyone who died have perfect pitch? Anyway, alright, let's go to the storage building.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think we're going to get much more out of anybody. And that doesn't lead us to the musicians, the instruments, it leads us to the sister. But hey, if she's alone, might be easier.
I thought the instruments are there.
Maybe. I hope
That
they're
was
there, then we can
where
do
I understood them to be.
Alright, yeah, we all go to that building then.
Alright, so you knock on the door. That's one of the buildings you need clearance to enter.
I've been there before. The guy knows me. He's
cool. You knock on the door. Anselmo doesn't answer. Instead, it's a student, a female student, who cracks the door open, sticks her face out, and looks at you, and just says, "Yes."
What species is she?
What species is she?
Yeah. Is she human? Is she an elf? Is she...
Yeah, she's
a
elfish.
coyote?
She's elfish.
Oh, cool. It's okay to bully her then. It's not a crime if it's an elf. So, yeah, Aegis just says, "We're here to see Anselmo."
He's busy.
Alright. Well, we'll wait inside then.
You'll wait outside.
Well, wait up.
Alright, well... I don't
Can we discern realities on her?
That's what I was gonna do, because I have a fucking move. I have a fucking extra thing I can ask about people.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have a move where when I discern realities on people, I can ask a question, what can I do to provoke them?
I feel like... I don't know, do we want to provoke her? That's your call, but like...
You know, provoke doesn't always mean to violence. It just means get a rise out of.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know, is that what we... Like, if so, that's fine, but, like, I also have a +1 to wisdom. Not that it's helped much so far.
Well, I have a 0 and it's helped even less. So, either way, I don't know.
My
Provoking her
point being,
might be
do you
useful.
want to have the provoke option, or would we rather just have a +1 to be less likely to fail it?
You go ahead. I just had a long conversation with someone.
Okay. Didn't. Ooh, look at that. See,
Alright, you got 3 questions.
for once it happened. Who's really in control here?
Volseta.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
She seemed the girl answering the door. She seems tired. Like she probably wouldn't be able to put up much of a fight if you decided to roll over her.
Nice.
Oh, then we can provoke her.
Yeah. I don't know, do you guys have a, like, request for the last question? Should I be on the lookout for, maybe? Is my instinct if y'all don't have a
Yeah,
one.
lookout seems good. We could be walking into something fucky. We might not. We probably aren't, but you know.
Yeah, what should I be on the lookout for here?
You should be on the lookout for you should be on the lookout for I think you should be on the lookout for people who seem to like talk slow or like tired or monotone.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, she seems to be doing
People
that.
who talk like her.
Yeah.
It seems
So,
that
but
Volseta's just doing everything right now.
say she wouldn't put up much resistance. Azora's gonna sort of like, yeah, basically just push in, like, you know, push the door open, and essentially just like full, you know, like full body sort of walk in, push her, you know, back by walking in.
All right, she's trying to contest by saying, "You're not allowed in," I said, and is pushing against you.
Axe is gonna push against
the door.
her.
So
You know?
roll strength,
Full strength.
Azora.
Watch this be like Snake Eyes on strength.
Watch this be the new Breakneck Kid.
As Azora just like
believe
makes her trip over
No,
backwards and her
Azora
neck
does
lands
like
on a
sort
rail.
of grab
All right,
her
so yeah,
by the wrist.
you push forward. She falls back, and then a vase full of like bricks falls on her.
Wait,
head.
hey, no. As I was, Azora sort of grabs her by
Not
the
so
wrist,
funny
like
when it happens to
lifting
you, is
her
it?
arm. I was describing the actions, and he was bulldozering over me with
Kind of like what happened
description
to
of
me.
You described drop kicking him down the stairs.
With non-lethal intent.
Okay, so what do you do?
I've fallen down
So,
the
like,
stairs.
sort of
I'm
shove
alive.
into her, like, grabbing her wrist, sort of holding it, you know, like, lifting it up, holding her up by the wrist, and just sort of, like, you know, and basically just then criticizes her for, like, a lack of discipline, you know, like, it's not enough to don't half-ass your job, it's not enough to, like, say something if you're not going to back it up.
All right, and then what?
Just essentially, like, toss her down.
All right, roll damage.
No!
Roll damage.
Oh, Lord. You know, I'm not gonna toss her down. I'm gonna sit her down in a chair. Like, just, like, put a hand on her shoulder and, like,
All right,
push her down into a chair.
Costing valuable narrative time, I see. Okay, very good.
Aegis has meanwhile backed up for a drop kick. He's like 20 paces back the other way.
Now, Azora just, like, shoves her down to a chair.
All
Her
right.
chair leg breaks and she tumbles.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Roll
an
damage.
elf, so she's an elf. She's an elf. Well,
Those
okay, you
classic
know what?
strong elven necks.
I mean, let's just see. It's 2 damage. See, it's not. It's nothing
I did
to.
1
All right.
damage to the breakneck
Yeah.
kid.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? It wasn't with a D8, so it wasn't fighting to kill. So it's not lethal by definition. If it was lethal, there would have been a D8 in there. Sorry.
All right. Well, the chair breaks.
I don't like this fucking,
and-
incrimination I've had to undergo for years.
Okay. No. Yeah. You set her down. So, what do you do?
This incrimination you've had to go through for years for drop kicking a child down a flight of stairs, huh?
He had it coming.
Um,
He was old enough to work. He was old enough to die.
Alright, Azora got us in. Did Aegis have, like, a plan from this point? Because Azora sure doesn't.
Well, we were trying to track down the instruments, distract them and things, so really we were just assuming that if they weren't with the brother, they might be here in the storeroom then.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to keep looking, so... We're just... The
But,
first
like,
step
my
of the plan
point-
is to ascertain the location of the instruments, and from there it's all improvisation. It's like jazz.
Okay. Because I feel like I'm obviously not for certain, but the distinct impression I have would be that the instruments and the sister would both be in the store area with the quartermaster probably.
Well, let's confirm that with our eyes
Yeah.
and or ears.
Well, you hear someone plucking a harp, and then the noise, and then Volsetta's voice saying, "It appears we have guests."
Hey,
And,
So, part 1 idea for a distraction is we have to get her away from her harp.
So yeah, and Selmo sort of peers at you from behind a corner, which is where the music was coming from, and he looks at you and just says, "You have a reason for tossing one of my student assistants on the floor?"
If you don't want your students tossed around, get stronger students.
Veritas
That's kinda
definitely
rude,
seems to
ain't it?
think- Well, Veritas seems to treat the place this way, so we're just acting in line.
All right. And Selma looks at you like concerned and just says, "Hey, Electra, you don't listen to them. You're doing fine. You take the day off, honey. Go. If you need anyone to talk, just take the day off." And Electra gets up, sort of rubbing her head, and just sort of silently sulks out of the storage room. And and Selma looks at you and just says, "That's a very insensitive thing to say with what's been going on around here recently.
Well, wasn't me. who
The
said it.
last thing these students need is their self-worth attacked by more people."
Oh, I thought you would just gonna stop at the last thing they need is their self-worth.
So
With no ego
so
to
yeah.
attack, you can't be hurt.
So yeah, he's very peeved at Azora and Aegis now.
And Selmo, anyone come and take rope over the course of the day?
No, I've cordoned all the rope off. That's what I was just talking about with Volsetta here.
Yeah. Why? Also, why the interest in rope?
She just says, "Oh, we need a supply of rope to be able to load down the bearings on the ship that's setting out quite soon. And I was wondering why he had made it so hard to receive."
Oh, you can thank me for that. Not
Hey,
sure
I'm
you were aware.
really, really sorry, but I really have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I guess we'll wait on that.
We'll pause.
Yeah. Zora should.
I'll take this opportunity to also use the bathroom.
Oh my god.
It's a bathroom break.
just